Hey guys, what's up? Mobby here, and today we have another duel for you. However, it's a new game on the channel for the very first time. We're going to do Star Wars Unlimited. This is a new TCG that is releasing this month. Oh my god, my cat's in the way. And today we're going to be doing some post commentary. Pretty much, we recorded this video. I listened back. And it was just completely popping and chopping the whole time. I don't know what happened with the audio, so instead I'm going to be talking over it as we go along. So I'm starting the video around 7 or so minutes in. I wanted to make this a cool tutorial video for you guys, but unfortunately the audio messed up. So I'm explaining to Scoops how the game works, and then we're going to go into a real duel. This is the first time both of us are playing. However, I did read the quick start guide. I read a lot of the comprehensive rules, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I guess I'm gonna continue doing a little bit of what I wanted to do, which was make this an introduction video for you guys on the game. So I'm gonna talk about how the game works, and then we're gonna be doing our duel as we go along. So there's my cat. I keep trying to get him out of the way. Alright guys, so this is a new TCG, just came out. There's two starter decks out right now. Is the Vader one on the right that I'm playing, which is more, ramp heavy. You want to go a lot late game. And then there's the Luke one on the left, which is a lot more protective. Let's just say you want to protect your units to destroy them. So, the game starts with 2 characters and 2 bases. The goal is to destroy the enemy base, and I'm explaining to Scoops here. You draw 6 cards, and you're supposed to mandatorily put 2 out as your resources and your mana. And then the person who has that coin over there is the initiative, and they go first. Now, this, and I really like this about Star Wars Unlimited, is that this is a game that, you don't take a full turn, and then it's your opponent's turn, and then you go back and forth. No, in this game, you go back and forth in a phase for actions. For example, he can attack, and then it's my turn to play a card, and then he can go play a card, and then I play an attack, and then we keep going until someone runs out of actions, and then they go along that way. So I'm explaining it pretty much to Scoops of what I'm doing to you guys right there. So let's talk a little bit more while we're setting up how the game actually works. So it's his turn. He has the initiative marker. He's playing 1 for this R2D2. You can see on the left there's a red number, and on the right there's a blue number. On the left side, it's a damage, and on the right side, it is his health. And on play R2D2, he could look at the top card of his deck and then put it back or put it to the bottom, so he knows what's coming up. And that particular card also combos with C-3PO, which allows him to guess what card's on the top. And if he gets it right, he gets to draw it, so that's pretty cool. However, he didn't have it at that time. And cards come in exhausted. So he essentially did 1 action. Now it's my turn, and it's going to keep going back and forth until there is 2 consecutive passes. So I'm going to spend 2 of my resources here to summon this Stormtrooper here. So this Stormtrooper in particular has 2 damage, had 2 attacks, 3 health, and his ability is when he attacks a unit that has already been damaged, he gains +2 damage and overwhelm. Overwhelming means any excess damage pretty much goes to their base. So it's like I forgot what it's called in Magic the Gathering when you overwhelm an opponent with damage. But yeah, everything comes in exhausted, blah blah blah. So now it's his turn. He didn't do anything. Now it's my turn. I took the initiative. Once you take the initiative on your, like anyone can grab it, right? Even the person who had it already, they can grab the initiative marker. And then after both people have passed consecutively, then we go into the regroup phase. So what he did there, I grabbed the initiation token, and then it was Scoop's turn. Oh my god. So this episode and the next one, they're both gonna have post commentary. Hopefully I can fix the audio by the time we record it next. But basically what he did was he tapped his leader, and then he rested 1 mana, and he gave his R2D2 shield. Shield blocks any instance of an attack, no matter how much damage it is. So he has Luke Skywalker, which does that. If you have played a character that turn, you can spend 1 and tap 1 to put a shield on it, and you can have with multiple shields. You can keep stacking it. My Darth Vader is if I've played a villain card, which is the archetypes, the different colors. You can see it's red and black on the top right of the Vader card. If you played a villain card this turn, then you can tap 1 mana, exhaust itself, to do 1 damage to anybody, which is cool. So now we both have no action. So what happens was next is we draw 2 cards, and then we both put down 1 mana. It's not mandatory later on. You know, once you have like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, you might not want to put more and instead keep the 2 cards. So that's the regrouping phase, which is very simple. Now I have the initiation token, which means I go next. So that's the game. It's nice and simple. I really love the back and forth, and is a lot of sequencing. There's a lot of mind games. I think this is gonna be a game if it pops off, if it goes, you know, if a lot of people play it, there's gonna be a lot of strategy in this game. Okay, so I forgot to even talk about the different fields. So on the left side there, on the bottom, we have ground units. Ground units can only attack other ground units unless they have like special abilities. If you have a space unit on the right, and your deck is composed of, you know, your own ratio of ground to space units, you can put it in the secondary area. It's supposed to become exhausted. I'll probably do it in a second. But yeah, so they can attack your base. So there's 2 planes of battlefields, and then your base and your leader is in the middle. And I'll explain something cool about the leader later once we get to it, because this game has a thing where you can summon your leader, and I'll explain how it works later. Alright, so I'm still talking about him, like explaining what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'll probably move in the, what is that, FNL fighter? It'll be rested, don't worry. But yeah, when you choose to attack, you can attack any unit, whether it is exhausted or non-exhausted. So he's summoning a Leia card. He forgot to tap his mana for that. There you go. Summoning a Leia card. So pretty much this character comes in, and she has one of 2 abilities that you can choose, which is either rest one of my characters, or restore and activate one of his mana, which he did. So he used 2 mana, he restored, now he has 2 mana left over. Alright, so I'm sending that guy into attack, my 2/3 into his 2/2. And that's why sequencing is super important. He might want to summon the Leia later, maybe, when I've already attacked with that. So there's a lot of, like, you know, what should I do next? And more importantly, I think a strategy with this game and a lot of other card games is you want to give your opponent just as less information as possible, right? So, you know, thinking there's no more moves left, boom. You can't react to something that I do. So he's using R2D2 to attack into this guy. He had 1 health left, so he died. Boom. So we're using the tokens here, I think, as a marker for how much damage they've taken so far. So yeah, the goal of the game, once again, is to attack the base so far. You can see on the top left of both of our bases, it's 30, so none of us has even attacked yet. Okay, I'm spending to summon this guy right here. He's a 2/2. He's a 2/2, so on play, he can give another Imperial unit plus damage and attack right away. However, unfortunately, there is no other target for this ability because he's exhausted. So I'm just putting him on the board as a body. And I'm going to go ahead and try to explain all the moves as we play. Yeah, I kind of wish the audio didn't mess up, because literally I would be explaining it to you in-game, in person, with the back and forth with Scoobs. But yeah, the audio really messed up. Alright, so he summoned another R2D2. He's going to look at the top of his deck so he knows what's coming up, or maybe he can combo with it later and puts it right back. He has 1 mana left. However, he played a card, so it is my turn. So to reiterate, 1 action on your turn is attack with a character, play a card, summon your leader, which is an action as well, and then take the token, or just simply pass. So he's using his Luke ability to put it on. Oh, and I correct him here. You're only supposed to put your shield token on a unit you've played this turn, though it is, you know, basically a copy of the R2D2. Just letting him know, hey, if that was a different card, it had to have been on the new card. So there you go. Cool. And this is going to be a longer video than usual. I think we dueled for about 50 minutes on this one. However, I'll probably cut it down by 10 minutes because the beginning portion was me zoomed in talking about the deck and how to actually build the deck, etc. So I really like the deck building in this game, where your leader, which I'm going to give an example. Leader is Vader. I have red and black aspect, so I can put only red and black cards in my deck. That is not true. You can put any cards you want. There are 6 colors in here, and you can put in you should put in cards according to your leader and your base. So my leader is red and black, and my base is green. So essentially, I have 3 colors to put into this deck. If you choose to put it in another color, let's say yellow. I can, you know, Darth Vader can certainly play a yellow card. However, there's a penalty for that. And let's say the card I put into my deck costs 4. It would now cost 6 to use. So essentially, I don't know, man. It's gonna be crazy to see if anyone does any sort of you know, crazy text. Like maybe there's an extremely strong red card everyone wants to use no matter what. Like it's a complete board wipe, right? But then it's just gonna cost 2 more. It's probably worth it. It is probably worth it. So he's gonna be attacking my base with the R2D2 for 1, and that's a. Oh, did he? I was grabbing the token. Maybe I didn't. Nothing happened there. I guess I'm explaining more about the tokens and stuff. So yeah, we play a little slow on this one, but then as we should I skip ahead a little bit? There you go. I'll skip ahead a little bit. No problemo. All right, so we summoned this thingy for 3/4. That thing has restore. It's another new keyword. So when he, oh, it's ambush. I'm sorry, that's an ambushing one. So ambush is a rush. Pretty much, you can throw it on the field and you can attack a character right away. It cannot attack a base. And if there is no confirmed character on my side, it would come in rested. So ambush would not work. So he takes retaliation damage 3. Oh, 2 rather. So right now he has 2 health left on that guy. Look at my hand. I got Palpatine. I got some other stuff that's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm trying some new lighting and stuff. So it removes the glare, but I don't know how like good quality the cards are coming in. It's kind of hard to see. You can easily see like the damage and health, right? But you can't see the effects unless you know the cards or I explain it to you. For example, this one right here, I'm throwing in this lieutenant. I can't read the name. So basically it's a 2/1. However, this guy has an ability. If he gets KO'd, I get to set him on my life. So from what I've seen so far, it looks like a lot of black cards is focusing on dealing damage. A lot of red cards is like ambushing and stuff like that. While the green cards are you want to ramp up, you want to get more mana, etc. So playing that card ended my turn. Now R2D2 will attack my base for 1. So he's reading it again to make sure. Blah blah blah. We'll go from there. We'll get some water. So we might play a little slow here, so I'll be skipping ahead a couple seconds per thing. I got 1 mana left on my side. I haven't used my leader ability yet, which you cannot. Wait, oh wait, actually I can. There you go. Yeah. So I have to play another black card, which I did. So I'm doing 1 to base. It does 1 to the base and 1 to a character. Oh, I kind of messed up. I used that thing. I used that ability a couple times later on in the in this game or another game, but then I forgot to also damage the base. I only damaged a character. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so I pass, but he took the initiative. Okay, there you go. He's attacking with that other R2D2, attacking my base again for 2. Now it's my turn. I can still attack with that Stormtrooper. Do I want to attack the base or do I want to attack? I attack the base. There you go. So we have these different dice. I have that easy to see number while Scoops has those +3, +3. I like those ones in particular, the plus ones, because it's good for like magic or anything like that. Whenever you put like a token or something, you usually do +1, +1. But I like having those gigantic numbers just right there. It's kind of nice and easy to see. All right. So I take the initiative. So what we didn't do in this duel and the next duel is we didn't, strategically take the initiative token. We didn't know it would work this way, but then we looked up the rules a little bit later. And how it works is anyone can take the initiative at any time, even if you already had it. You would just flip it over to the taken side. But then if you take it, that ends your turn. You cannot do any more moves, and then your opponent can continue doing move after move after move. I believe. Yeah, it has to be 2 consecutive passes. So if you take the initiative token, you essentially are auto-passing from now on. So we drew 2 cards again, throwing 1 more. Pretty cool. That's the, once again, the regrouping phase where everything stands. So, what I learned about this game coming out, I looked at the decks, I got all the proxies. It looks great, man. I like it a lot. And if you guys look at the database for the Star Wars, they have everything online that you can look at for the first set coming out. I don't know if there's any like other starter decks coming out, but there's a lot of cards, a ton of leaders. Looks like I'm attacking into him, taking 1 damage and removing the shield. 1 health. It's either 1 health left or 1 health taken. I don't know what we're gonna do with those tokens, but essentially it's kind of like that. Probably taken, right? I think taken. So he's attacking with the other one to pretty much kill it. And he took some damage there. All right, cool. So if anything, if you don't know the abilities, you got to at least see the numbers. But don't worry, because when we do play, we're going to try to make it a habit to actually say what everything does. Like this guy right there. I know what he does. When he gets KO'd, I can ready another black character or villainy character. So it's kind of hard to set up, but it's not the worst, you know, because I can attack into things and KO them. But if he KOs them before, then I won't get the effect. But at least it eats up an attack, right? Okay, let's see what goes on next. Boo, boo. Oh yeah, but yeah, I like the deck building because you can have any card. It's just, you know, it's insane because your leader is locked to your color, but then you just get a different stage, you know? So the game launched with 2 different types of stages so far. You have those ones that are just vanilla that we're both playing with that has 30 health. It's attacking for 1 with R2-D2. He hit my guy and he is straight dead. R2-D2 took 1 damage, so I didn't get any value out of that guy. And then you have other bases which start with less health, 25 health, but then it has an ability. One of them is like, oh, do damage to a character, like a couple of damage. But those are epic actions, right? So epic actions can only be used once per duel. Okay, I think I'm doing my ability correct here. So I am, yeah, I summoned a guy. Now I'm using Vader's ability to do 1 damage to that to finish it off and 1 damage to his base. So I am using the base damage correctly. We'll see if I do it later on. Okay, so far 4 damage, 2 damage. There you go. He's throwing out a lot of mana. 1, 2, 3. How much did he tap? Like 5 or something? I can't see. Also, we're super zoomed in so you can see. If I zoom out, you can see the board a lot better. I think we might every once in a while might have a card off screen. I try to push it on screen. There you go. He summoned that thingy. Nice. So that thing has ambush. I think it's out of screen. I'm gonna try to move it there. So it has ambush. I have to look at the cards actually. I'm not 100% familiar. It might have ambush. Let's see if he uses it. I think it's ambush. Yeah, so he's attacking into it. I get knocked out. It gets to go to my thingy, and he takes 2 damage. Yeah. Cool. So you can see here, my board is completely empty while his is slowly gaining traction. I still have a lot of stuff to do. Scoobs most likely has no other actions to do. There is another action he can do, but he needs 1 more mana to do it, and that is the epic leader ability. Remember, epic actions can only be used 1 time. 1 time per game. So he's not using it because he can't. So I got 3 mana. He attacked with the ambush. Now it's my turn. Let me see what I decide to do. Oh, boom. Initiation token. Oh, I passed. So I passed. He got the initiation token. Now it's my turn. Oh, I guess we'll go to the regroup phase. Never mind, regroup phase. Looks like I didn't have anything else to use with my 3 mana. All right. So yeah, I should have taken the initiation token, but at that time, we didn't know that you can take it if you already had it. But after we played 2 games, it just didn't make sense. Like, you're just essentially passing turns no matter what. But yeah, it's more strategic if you can take it, even if you have it, whenever you want. You just got to decide if you're done with your actions, and you got to take it right away. Because going first is super important. Especially because, you know, it's a new turn, you ramp up, and you have actions to do. This game has characters, it has magic cards, which is instant events. It has upgrades, something that you can attach on different units. It's pretty cool. You see it in my hand right there? I think I have 1 or 2. And you'll be seeing it later throughout the duel. All right, so it's Scoob's turn. Let's see what he decides to do. Probably skip ahead a little bit. Oh, he's summoning. Oh, he's asking what the hell that thing does. So that thing is on play, gives another unit damage and can attack right away. He's asking like if it really works that way, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's a unit where you're supposed to like, he's like, what's the point when I can just attack with that unit? Well, you throw that body out, the new body, and then you give someone else extra damage to attack. So you essentially get 2 actions. You get to summon a body and you get to have someone else attack. So let's skip ahead a little bit. All right, he summoned that one guy. And he gave damage to somebody, and he's going to attack me right now. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he's putting it on somebody. Let's see. I'm skipping ahead a little bit by 10 seconds apiece. So he attacked with that big guy. There you go. So instead of doing 3, he's doing, I don't know if it's +1 or +2 more, as we saw there. But there you can see. We take 7 total damage. All right, now it's my turn. Action has been taken. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I have 1 more mana than him because I was able to ramp. So I'm going to use my leader's epic action. Every leader has a front and a backside. They either go to the ground or space. This is a ground unit. So this is Darth Vader, of course. He costs 7, which is you have to have 7. You don't have to actually use it, though. You don't have to spend the mana. You just have to have it. There's Larry on the field knocking shit over. But yeah, this guy's on the field. He is 5, 7, I think his HP is. So he can attack. But summoning him did take an action, so it is now Scoop's turn. Right? So on attack, when I attack with him, I can also deal damage to any other unit, which is kind of powerful. That's like very, very powerful. So these units are just here to win you the game. You know, go ham. All right, so skip ahead a little bit more. Oh, he's using that. He's using that to put a shield on his newly summoned unit. Oh, he's thinking about it anyway. Yeah, he put a shield on it. Now it's my turn. Oh, this is the first time we're using an upgrade. So it costs 2. And you can put it on anybody. And it gives them 3 attack and 1 permanent health for as long as it's attached to them. You can have as many upgrades as you want. But now, and we're using the tokens on there, but then I'm probably gonna removing it because honestly the card is the token. But this thing has another ability. If that specific lightsaber, Darth Vader's lightsaber, is attached to Darth Vader, he actually deals damage to somebody. He does 4 damage to somebody. So yeah, I removed the tokens because I'm like, you can see it's 3 + 5, 8 + 1. So I'm essentially an 8-9 unit now. Very strong. I'm assuming that's 8 on the right. Freaking quality of the freaking crap. Okay, so that was it. Now he used, let's see what he decides to do. So we'll skip ahead a little bit. All right. What's he gonna do? Skip back. Oh, he's deciding whether or not to summon his guy. All right, he threw his, okay, so he sacrificed his guy to do 1 damage to my Darth Vader. I mean, if you don't get this, and now it's my turn. If you don't get this guy out, man, I'm gonna do like 8 damage to a character, 8 damage to your base. That's pretty scary. All right, so, okay, sorry, I'm skipping ahead a little bit more. Just seeing, because sometimes we take more than 10 seconds, so I want to skip ahead. All right, so I'm reading that thingy, seeing what his ability does. I'm seeing what his leader ability does, just so I can, you know, prepare in advance. So his leader ability is when he attacks, he's able to put a shield on another friendly character. So Luke is very good for stacking shields and keeping his units alive, while Darth Vader is all like killing everybody. He doesn't even need other people in the field. He honestly doesn't. Like to get good use out of his ability. So boom, 8 damage. Damn, am I killing that? Oh yeah, I'm taking the base out. Oh, okay, so I'm hitting the base, and then while attacking, I'm doing 2 damage to another character. So his R2-D2 is now moved from 1 damage to 3 damage. And you can see there's 2 6s. Or was that enough damage on his? No, that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to kill him, yeah. I think he took it off because it wasn't enough, and then I was like, nah, that's not enough. Don't worry about it. So yeah, 1 damage on my thingy. Now it's his turn. Cool. This game's tight, man. I like it. I want to play more. I like the starters, and I don't know if there's any more starter decks out. If there are, I'll make them, and then we'll play with them. But if not, I'm probably just gonna make some of our own decks. You know, have some fun, because there's a lot of leaders, man. It's like what, 15 or 18 leaders? Like it's 12 to 18, something like that. Okay, he threw his other R2-D2 in my guy. You might be thinking why. Seems like really crappy. He can just use it to attack my base. He probably trying to set up for something in the future, so who knows. All right, but yeah, that other character he has right there has a shield on him, so it's a little iffy. Ugh. All right, initiation token. Talking about that. Okay, now it's my turn on the right. How much mana do I got left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, skip ahead a lot, actually. Jesus. Oh, it is his turn. Oh, I guess I passed. I must have passed if it's his turn. All right. So, Scoops is going to activate, and throwing out your leader counts as an action. So, boom. It's a 4/7 Luke. 4/7 Luke on the board. All right. Now it's my turn. So I'm going to use 3 mana to activate our first event of the game. This one's called I Am Your Father. This is super lore funny. It's lore friendly and funny, man. Pretty much, this card does 7 damage to anybody which, you know, it's funny because Luke is exactly 7 damage, so it's made for this interaction. However, there's a catch, right? So on that card, I can do 7 damage, or they can say no, and then they refuse to take the damage, but instead I draw 3 cards. So yeah, it's very choice based. So he decided to not take the 7 damage, lose the Luke, and instead give me 3 cards, which is a lot, man. 3 cards in this game is a lot. So now that was my turn. He went. Now he puts on Luke's lightsaber. It adds 3 damage, 1 health. If it's attached to Luke in particular, he heals all the way and gains a shield. Too bad he doesn't get the heal, but he should get the shield. We'll see if that thing goes on. He gets the shield. I like those Pokemon tokens. They look nice, huh? All right, now it's my turn. Oh man, I already rested my Vader by attacking, so maybe he was waiting. All right. Look at my hand. I got another lightsaber. Pretty cool. All right, so I do a couple more mana, and now, boom, the other lightsaber. Once again, you can have as many as you want and stack. So my total damage is now 8, 9, 10, 11. And then total 10 health. However, I took 2 health already. So I'm doing 2 damage to Luke, removing his shield. Now it's his turn. Scoop's turn. Looks like on my side, there's probably no other action. Scoop size, he can still attack with Luke. We'll see what he decides to do. He's attacking my base for 7. All right. So turn end, I grab the initiation. Now it's the regrouping phase. We're going to put the mana down. And let's see what happens. So I go first, and I'm going to decide to throw out this overwhelming. So pretty much, it's an event, right? So I choose any character to deal its damage to another character. And then I do the same with another character to another character. So what I did was I chose Darth Vader, of course, which is 11. And I threw 11 damage onto Luke, and he died. The second part where you're supposed to choose another character to do it again, I wasn't able to do it, no other characters, but no problem. I took out Luke. All right, so Luke, once he gets defeated, or any leader gets defeated, they go back to under the base, and they become just a regular leader that can use an action. They can no longer be someone on the field. All right, Scoop's turn. That was my action. Darth Vader looking scary. All right, let's see what Scoops does. He's using 3 mana. He's gonna put Luke's lightsaber on that guy. So yeah, he doesn't have the extra benefit of. He put another shield. Oh, I don't know if the shield thing was supposed to go on that. I think it might be only for Luke, but we'll see. I don't know. I have to go read that card again. I'm assuming that's how it works. You get a shield no matter what. But if it's Luke, you'll probably heal. All right, so I summon the guy where if he dies, I get to put him on the on my mana. Scoop's turn. Skip ahead a little bit. He summoned. What is this? Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, see, we're moving things over. We're like, this is our first time messing with this game. So, he summons a 1/4, another RTD2 to look at the top of his deck. Cool. All right, skip ahead a little bit more. Okay, now it's my turn. Going backwards, forwards, boom. Now I got 11 damage, and I'm going to attack probably his base, because 11 damage is a lot. So there you go, adding 11. So remember, 30 total are dead. So 6, 6, 6, 18 plus 5, 23 damage, 7 health left. Then it's over. Scoop's turn. Here's that character with 6 damage. If he attacks my Vader, he won't die. He still has 2 extra damage to go from there. So boom, 6 plus 2. But because thanks to the Vader sabers, I have 10 max health, so 2 more would kill him. Now it's my turn. All right. I have 1 mana, but it looks like I passed. And then I should have taken the initiation token, but once again, we didn't know that's how it worked. So he played the R2D2. He's now using Luke's ability to give somebody, the person that he summoned, a shield for the turn. Now it's my turn, and I'm going to go ahead and pass, and it looks like we're going to regroup. So let's go ahead and skip that. We're putting stuff down. Steve Scoops has the initiative, and this is what he decides to do now. So he's going to attack into my Vader, finishing him off, removing his last shield from that character. So there you go, he's gone. Okay, very close to winning. It's my turn. And you can see there I have way more mana. It looks like Scoops probably opted to not put more down. Because, yeah, I guess it's important to just know what's in your deck. Like, oh, I have a 9 cost. I better at least put 9, you know. But maybe you have a bunch of 5s. Yeah, maybe you go up to 10 so you can play 2 in 1 turn. You know, it really depends on the playstyle. Let's skip ahead a little bit, see what I decide to play. Boom. This guy. What the hell does this guy do? 1/4. I think he gives somebody... Oh, yes. That's right. So this is a character where, as long as he is on the field, when I summon another character that costs 6 or more, they have ambush, which means, of course, they can attack another creature, another character on the field. He summoned Yoda. Yoda has the restore ability. So if he attacks, he gets to restore his base 1. Enters rested. Okay, my turn. I'm going to be using the 6 and hopefully make use of that ambush. And boom, ambush, baby. This is an 80/80. So this is 6 damage, 7 health, and it has overwhelm plus ambush. So anything I kill, excess damage will go to his base, which is nice. It looks like I'm deciding who to attack. I mean, I can kill Yoda, which has 4 health, or I can kill the stronger guy. Because that guy's probably more of a problem, right? Just 6 damage, and my guy would stay alive. So boom, I'm attacking into that guy, killing him. Excess damage. We'll skip ahead because we talk about the excess damage stuff. So boom, boom, boom. 24 damage. Scoop's turn. 1 health left on the AT-AT. And it's rested. Of course. He's like, it's rested, right? Yeah, it's rested. All right. So he has that R2-D2. 3 mana left. Decides what to do. Yeah, and he'll do the smart trade. So destroying the AT-AT. And seeing how much mana I have left. He's attacking the AT-AT. Or he wants to attack this. Okay, just kidding. So that's one that helps you ramp up. Huh, interesting. I guess because he attacked into it, because it's probably another unit that I can actually use. You know, the AT-AT is completely done. All right, let's go ahead and skip ahead. I think we're just going to regroup after this. Oh, nope. I used Vader's ability because I did summon a villain unit, which is the AT-AT. So I'm going to do 1 damage to Yoda. And then, I don't know if I do the damage to the base. Yeah, I think this is one of the instances where I forgot to put damage on the base. Oh, well. All right, skip ahead. Okay, he used his... let's see what happened. Okay, so he used his Luke ability to give Yoda the thingy. I take the initiation token, and then he summons, using 2, a vanilla 2/3 unit on the space side. You can see here we haven't done a lot of space battling. It's because the starter decks, they're pretty much 80% units and 20% other stuff, which is a little bit of the which is you know, the space and the stuff. And then I think boom, I attack his face because I go first. I attack the base and it's over. That's pretty much the game. Cool. So yeah, that's Star Wars Unlimited. That was our very first game. We might have made some mistakes here or there, execution-wise, and definitely mistakes strategic-wise, because we do not know what the best thing to do in any situation is yet. You know, we're going in just having fun, learning the cards, and going from there. But yeah, I'm glad that we actually learned a little bit more about the initiation token, that you can take it if you still have it. So more strategy that way. However, I'm going to commentate over the next game that we play. Unfortunately, again, the audio is messed up on these 2 episodes and some One Piece that I recorded that day. I'm going to try to see what the hell is going on there. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys don't mind me skipping around like this. It just makes things quicker. And honestly, it's just good. But yeah, I like the game a lot. I highly recommend you guys checking it out. Even if you're not a huge, gigantic Star Wars fan. If you're okay with the IP, it's worth checking out because the game is fun. It's like a lot of interaction. A lot of back and forth. You're not, and there you go. You're not blindly just waiting there, you know. You're not blindly waiting. Tutorial and real DCI tutorial. Anyways, guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.